Well, howdy, everybody. Theresa here. I was waiting for my camera to turn on. I just use a camera on my laptop when I'm filming these. I don't have any other kind of cameras to use. Once in a while I'll use my phone, but that's it. And I was sitting here watching the birds. My husband filled the bird feeder yesterday, and of course it's very cold, snowy day. There's all the little beautiful wrens and stuff on there eating. It's quite delightful to watch. Anyway, it is. Did I say howdy, Theresa here? Not, I just did again. It is January 25th, 2016, Monday morning. It is 10:59 a.m. right now. Let's see. Let's do the temperature. Oh, come on. Come back here. Okay. It is 27 degrees right now. Real field temperature 23. High will be 32 and the low will be 11. There is no wind or anything. We got quite a bit of snow last night. Well, not quite a bit. We got 4 to 6 inches. One of the heavier spring snows. Still coming down just very lightly now. I mean, it's not anything significant. But it's nice. I've decided that for the rest of the time that we live here in Wyoming, that I'm going to enjoy the snowfall, because once we move, we won't be seeing it, but once, very rarely, or if we go up into a neighboring state. But the snowfalls that are heavy and stay around, So I'm going to go ahead and just, instead of complaining, just go ahead and enjoy the snow for what it is. Now there's a couple great big ravens on the bird feeder that kind of took it over. The war had begun. I finally figured out what that great big mourning dove is doing on top of the feeder. I was watching him yesterday, and he lands on top of the feeder, and when it's all the way full, he's sticking his neck down in there, his head down in there, and eating is what he's doing. And I think that's why the cap of the bird feeder keeps being pulled off, and now we can't find it. I think, birds are pretty smart. I was looking last night on. We're excited about new wildlife that we're not used to. Because like here in Wyoming, he's got the largest population of antelope in the entire world, and so we're very used to it, and like groundhogs and stuff like that. But we were looking it up, and there's 500 different species of birds in Florida alone, and we were looking up all the different wildlife and stuff. So we're excited, and I know that when there's warmer weather, there's more bugs. So I already know that. So, because there's been quite a few, like our family members and stuff are like, oh, well, better have, get ready for mosquitoes and get ready for all the bugs and, all the negative. It's like, I know, okay, thanks, but, you gotta take the good with the bad, Anyway, yesterday I took a nap. My husband really couldn't sleep because he'd had a lot of coffee and stuff. And he was in so much pain. After I got done making the vlog with you guys, or we did. Hi, Jasper. How you doing, Mr. Man? How you doing, huh? What you doing, baby, huh? You're not a girl, are you? Another one of our rescue cats. That's Jasper. Oh, baby. Oh, sweetheart, aren't you? But, he was always coming up and giving me love bites all the time. I wonder what he's up to. You up to something, aren't you? What are you doing? Yeah. But, his back hurt so bad, Brad's back hurt so bad that he couldn't even hardly, he couldn't handle sitting because while I was uploading my vlog and stuff, I said, well, why don't we get a bag, you know, a 5-pound bag of apples. I told you guys before I buy those for 99 cents, misshapen apple. And we'll cut them up and throw them in a crock pot, you know, to make the chunky sugar-free applesauce. And he was trying to do that, and he was in so much pain. And so we put the TENS unit on, and that helped. And then I said, why don't you get online and research if there's any kind of new exercises or anything else we could try. And so he did, and you know, he didn't really find anything he wasn't already doing. He'd already had the physical therapy and learned the exercises and all that kind of stuff years ago. And but he decided to try wearing a belt to help with his back, he said, because he said at work his back doesn't hurt as bad in that manner, and he thought it was because he was wearing a belt around the waist. So he put his belt on real tight, you know, just to give some support on that back, and it helped. So we talked about it, and I decided to look on eBay and order one of those lumbar support belts, you know. And this one's pretty wide. He wanted a wider one. So we got that coming. It was only for $14 with free shipping. It looks like a really good one. It's got the elastic crisscross and the Velcro when they told you how to measure and everything. So I hope that really helps. You know, we've got to do something, because right now he is not able to help me at all with anything around the house, really. And I can't do all of this by myself with the packing and stuff. So we're hoping he'll be able to function a little bit better and not be in as much pain. You know, you know, so hoping that helps. So I didn't go downstairs either, because by the time I laid down and ended up taking a little bit longer of a nap, I was kind of sore from the night before, carrying in the groceries and all of that, because I've been doing a lot more, because, you know, you gotta pick up where your spouse can't, and with no, you know, and happily do so, for better for worse. So I just did some looming, and I finished another hat, and I'm wondering if this cat right here is gonna let me, Jasper. Can you get down so I can show these fine people? I know you don't care, but can you get down so I could show these people? Are you gonna put your little head in the frame here so I can show these fine people what I've been doing? Or are you just not gonna care? Do you not care, Jasper? Oh, what? Oh, yep, I know. What? No. You see these people here? You don't care, do you? I know. Look at that pretty kitty. Look at that pretty kitty. Okay, can you get down though? Okay. Come on, guy, get down for a minute. He's like, no. Okay. I really don't care what these people think. Oh, and I know I had several people ask about my fingernail polish. It is just, you use any dark base coat you want, or, you know, any dark fingernail polish you want, and then it is just some of this. I have this probably in about every color. I found a great big deal of it a couple years ago on Amazon, and it's just pink glitter, and it's got glitter in it. I like glitter, so. And the reason I like glitter is if I have a mess up on my nails, or I'm really hard on my nails, like you can tell they need to be redone now, it doesn't show up as much, so. Just kind of my thing. Anyway, this is the hat that I finished up for yesterday. And yeah, I need to trim this palm a little bit more, I see. You know, need a little haircut. You know, Always seems like I gotta let my palms settle for what I call settle for a little bit, and then I'll see where they need to be trimmed more. But so yeah, and it's got this heart button. But yeah, this is the one, and this is listed with along with 3 other ones on eBay now. So if you're interested, my link for eBay are below. Go ahead and take a look at what I have up. And then I decided that I haven't started another one right now. I don't have anything else started as far as hats right now because I am back to working on my shawl. So, yeah. So, because I want to decide how big I'm making this. If I'm doing a double one or I'm just doing the one panel, and then but it's very, very lacy. So yep, that's what and I've got on a long loom. So that's what I'm working on. I'm gonna work on that. I did, like I said, I did list those hats on eBay, and I did relist some cross stitch patterns, and then I decided to take off some things that weren't moving that I will just donate now. So the stuff I'm going to give my granddaughter since she's learning how to sew, and then some of the stuff I'm going to donate, some books and stuff. So that's what I'm doing with that. Today I need to do my dusting and vacuuming, sweeping and mopping, cleaning the bathroom, la-da-da, normal, boring, housework. And I still have that box sitting here of eBay stuff. I do need to go through that. And I need to decide what I'm listing and what I'm donating and stuff like that. It's stuff basically that came up out of the basement that wasn't being thrown away. So, and then I'm making, we did find an inexpensive package of the tenderized steak, because like I said, my husband really needs to have some dental work done, so he can't really chew the full steak. And for a very rare treat, we did get a small package of the tenderized steaks, and I'm going to make chicken fried steak and mashed potatoes and with real potatoes, and probably some corn or something. I know it's carb heavy, but once in a great while, and that's kind of a special thing for my husband. He made me more homemade chicken noodle soup. That morning Doug just flew in and landed on top of that bird feeder. And he's eating from the top of it. My husband did make me more homemade chicken noodle soup last night, which I really enjoyed. And I'll be eating off that during the week, for lunches and stuff. That's what I had last night. He had some more of that chicken with stuffing. And then I'm just going to work on this shawl. I've got a lot of hats made up, stacked up, that I need to probably start putting in a bag, to see if they sell or not. But other than that, nothing's really moving on eBay. I feel kind of defeated on that front, but the economy's hard and people are struggling. Everybody's struggling. There's one thing I kind of wanted to talk about was sometimes you get where people are asking for money because they're going through a hard time, and they're starting to get mad because they don't feel like people are contributing enough, or they don't feel like people are donating enough. And I think, and it doesn't matter if it's a local place or if it's somebody on online. It's got a GoFundMe account. They have to stop and realize that other people are going through hard things too. You know, I mean, I've had a few people in the past get upset at me because we weren't donating, or we weren't donating as much as they thought we should have. And it's like, just because I don't, don't say as much doesn't mean that we aren't struggling. And I mean, you guys know that right now we're struggling to, we're a house payment behind, and we're struggling to even make ends meet. Definitely not seeing any hauls or anything like that from me. We have enough to get by, and I feel blessed with that. But you get people that I think they get so focused on their own problem, and you feel bad for them, but they kind of, I would say, kind of like they get an avalanche and stuff, and so consumed in their own problems and their own struggle that they fail to realize that there's so many people out there struggling and maybe even be in a worse predicament. I mean, what I'm trying to say is don't feel bad if you can't contribute to every GoFundMe account. Don't feel bad if you can't donate to every dog shelter and every homeless shelter and stuff. We all have to pick and choose, But, and don't look down on somebody, though, if they're not donating, because you don't know that maybe they aren't donating to John down the block that just lost his wife and kids, or that he's not, that we're not donating to the local dog shelter that, maybe just, had a whole influx of a puppy mill come in, and we're struggling to even have enough blankets for these dogs or anything. I mean, I wish I could help more people, but I can't. I was trying to explain this to one gal yesterday on Facebook. Just because we're not seeing much, my husband basically is in the same boat where now all of a sudden we're realizing he cannot work any longer. The only reason he's still working right now is because we're just simply hoping that he might get a couple more paychecks so we can move. But, it comes to that point, and it comes to that point with anybody. If you're blessed enough to age, you're going to probably age enough that you realize you no longer can work. It's part of life, and no, we didn't expect it to happen so soon, but it has, and, there's things far worse, we'll make it through. But it's like, we're in this boat all of a sudden, and because what's happened with her is not something that is like a surgery could fix and she would go back to normal. And, I mean, I felt like I just wanted to explain. It's not that I don't care. It's just that I'm in no position to be able to. I mean, we were discussing last night that we forgot that our dogs are going to need their rabies shots again here before we move and stuff. Because we've got to make sure, that we have all their records too, So, but anyway, I hope I explained it halfway decent. Just don't feel bad and don't feel judgmental if even if you're trying to help somebody raise funds and you're thinking, well, why aren't you helping if you're a kind and giving person? It's like, well, you don't know what I'm donating to, or you don't know what the other person is donating to, or you might not know their personal circumstances. I mean, I know I've had people say to me in the past, why are you sending people free scarves and stuff, when and all this money out in shipping, when you just you've even had to go to the food bank. And it's like, because, you know, that's just something that I enjoy doing. And, you know, I feel it's important to make other people know that they're loved and cared about too. So, but anyway, you know, sometimes all you can do to help somebody out is pray for them. You know, and, you know, I had a GoFundMe account, you know, a while back when I was going to have a weight loss surgery. And, you know, it just got where I would rather be able to, for me now, I'd rather have somebody, you know, buy hats or scarves or something, you know, something I could send you. You know, I'm still working on making some thank you gifts to send out. They're coming. They might not get sent out till after I move, but it's starting to snow heavier now. But they're coming. Anyway, I know I'm kind of all over the board. I'm not really that awake yet. But remember that I love you guys. I hope you're safe, warm, and dry wherever you are. If you did get it in the path of the snow or you have cold temperatures. And remember that I cherish you and I love you. And I think you guys are awesome. And be kind to each other and yourself. And I will talk to you tomorrow. Bye.